I'm
Shows the
recording.
reality of
No, absolutely. Dillian, I am recording. How are you, Dill, first of all? Nice to see you, man. You look great.
We're almost there. 2 seconds.
Okay. As long as you haven't got a cough and you've got COVID or something.
Stop being scared of COVID. You're good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Feeling good, looking good.
The
Well,
guns look great, yeah. I mean, let me ask, first of all, you're in Spain at the moment, correct, yeah?
no, Portugal.
Oh, you're in Portugal, but you're going to go to Spain,
Mhm.
obviously. Rock of Gibraltar, the Rumble on the Rock. We're all coming over. Were you delighted that it gets this kind of venue, which is the Rumble on the Rock?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's something different. That's what I'm in boxing to do, is to try and do different things, win titles, make records. Like I was the first ever heavyweight champion to win a British heavyweight title in Scotland, you know? It's nothing on the big picture, but to me, it's something, you know?
I mean, it is weird for you. It must be that, you know, you're within a couple of punches of winning in August, and then it's scheduled for November, then it's scheduled for January, then it's scheduled for March. What does that do to you as a man, as a fighter, as a guy, as an athlete who's preparing stage after stage to go, and then you're told delay?
It just pisses me off, you know. Next time it goes down, I'm going straight for the jugular, you know. I'm not trying to spend no more extra time with this guy in this fight. I'm just trying to put the work in and go and get my belt so I can go home.
Do you think it'll be a quick fight this time, like it was on the way to being last time?
Well, let's see what happens. Obviously, you know, he's a dangerous guy, very experienced. Yesterday making some changes and blah blah blah, and you have to assess his game and stuff. So we'll see how much changes he can make at this stage of his career. Someone who's been a front foot fighter. We'll see, you know. But I know he was glad that he got me. I never seen him celebrate a victory like that. Really, he's usually quite a calm, cold, collective kind of guy. This time he was like, he couldn't believe himself that he won, to be honest. Because he was looking around.
Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
He was looking around like, oh, I won. Okay, maybe he was still dazed from the knockdowns. Who knows?
I mean, you and I have had one chat, I think, on the radio since then. But I wanted to talk to you about you. You seem to. No one likes to lose in anything we do in life, and it's really hard when you've lost in a fight, and because you know everything you've built has to drop down the snake, or not climbing the ladder. You have to start again in a weird way, and there's so much at stake. But you seemed. I mean, I think I know you well enough to know that there is something very powerful and impermeable in you from your upbringing, from the man you are, that I've got to know that you are able to shake that thing off, but you seem to shake it off straight away. Did you have a period of grieving after the loss?
No, this is life, man. This is life. In life, one thing you guarantee in life, you're gonna lose. So the sooner you get to grips with it, the sooner you realize and accept it, the easier it is to deal with it. You're gonna lose your mom, you're gonna lose your dad, you're gonna lose relatives, you're gonna lose things in life, you're gonna lose money, you're gonna lose phones, you're gonna lose rings, you're gonna lose things. It's in life. It's the only thing that's guaranteed. You will lose something. You will lose your life someday. You know, obviously, you know, it's normal. So the sooner you get to grips with it, and I've been losing my whole life, man. You know, obviously, you know, I was one of those kids that's meant to grow up to be a loser. No life. I'd be dead. I'd be in prison. Whatever, suffering. You know, people were meant to take care of me when the kid didn't take care of me. You know, I mean, my mom was sending money to look after me. The amount of money she was sending at the time, when she told me, I was like, well, I didn't even need that much money, to be honest. To survive, I was just a kid. And people were still taking it, even though it was 2-3 times the amount I need. I was still doing whatever they wanted, and it wasn't taking care of me. So I'm used to that sort of stuff. And I've accepted many years ago, you know, that I would lose my life early in life anyway. So for me,
did you really think? Did you think you'd be dead by 30 then?
Yeah, well, in my times I've been shot and stabbed, and the kind of lifestyle I was living, and You know, even as a young kid, starving and not having food to eat and stuff like that, it doesn't really give you much of a good outlook on life. You just say, nah, I just keep going till till I can't go anymore one day. You know, I mean, thank God. You know, there's days when I could have just given up and said, you know what, that's it. But I didn't. You know, thank God I just kept on pushing forward and just kept on defeating obstacles after obstacles after obstacles. So now it's like for me to deal with things don't get me wrong, it's stressful and it's hard and it's difficult, but it's easier for me to say, you know what, credit to him, he beat me, well done. Let's dust up and do it again. I can beat this guy, you know?
I mean, I have been around you. I mean, I knew you, you know, when you were with Joe Long, when I'd met you then, when you were kickboxing and heading towards MMA and those kind of things. And there is definitely, I think, you know, I remember the first Anthony Joshua press conference and, you know, I mean, I had a go at you in my story the next day and like, you know, you give me the look out of the corner of your eye, so I avoid you a little bit for a while afterwards. But no, but what I wanted to come on and say is it's a pleasure to work with you because there's a joy about you these days. And I think you're talking about that just there. There's a joy about you, you know?
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. You know, I just be myself, man. I do what I know. You know, I try to be a better person. I try to, you know, be more respectful. Try to be more grounded and stuff like that.
It's obvious.
But I'm always a person
we
that's
see
chilled, though. I'm always chilled, man.
Yeah.
I'm always chilled until people, probably some people annoy me, and then they annoy me or they take the piss, and then when I retaliate, then they say, "Oh yeah, he's a psycho, is this, is that." I'm not. I'm just a normal guy, but you know, if people annoy me, then I'm not. If I'm at war with people, I'm not gonna be there sitting there and saying, "Oh yeah, you know, God bless," and yes, in the name of Jesus. I'm not that guy. I'm not a guy. You know, I'm that guy that if you throw rocks at my house, I'll throw metal at yours. I'm that kind of guy.
Yeah, but your heart is on your sleeve these days as well, I think. And I expect your children growing and fatherhood helps all that stuff as well, though, you know?
Yeah, it's just life, man. It's life, you know. It's life. You look at life differently in your 20s than you did in your teens, and you look at it different in your 30s. You know what I mean? Obviously, just things, man. You know, things. Obviously, I'll always be a junkie or a dog because that's where I come from. That's what I know. That's always my fallback. You know, if stuff goes tits up, then I'm ready to rock and roll. You know what I mean? If I have to, but you know, you just look at things a bit differently and just realize, you know, obviously. You know, it's kind of harder than boxing because boxing the dog eat dog world, and it's a tough world, man. It's a tough world, so it's kind of hard to balance both of them. But when you're yourself, then you just do what you naturally do. You know, I'm cool with everyone, respectful with everyone. But if someone cross me, then I become a nasty person. That's all.
So let's talk about nasty things, okay? So because there's a job to be done, let's get down to the nitty gritty a little bit. Are there, without giving game plan away or anything, but what have you been working on for 6 months? What have you been working on kind of technically, strategically for this guy? You fought him once, you had him nearly finished and you got caught, but in a knockout that he will never throw a punch like that again in his career.
Definitely. But you know what? I've been working on everything, man. I've been working on everything because, as you know, I'm not the most experienced guy. A lot of guys said, "Oh, this guy's only had 50 amateur fights. He's only had." I'm like, dude, I wish I had that much. I wish I was in boxing that long. I've been in boxing 12 years, maybe going 13 years. Now I'm fighting cats that's been in boxing for a long time, loads of fights, been through the amateur setup, had all the GB squad behind them, the Russian squad behind them and stuff. I never had all that stuff. I only started training properly after the lost Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? You know, that's the first time I saw a physio was after that. You know, you know what I'm saying? So I'm still experiencing. I'm still learning. I'm still getting better. So I just been working everything because I'm not a complete package guy with a complete style. I'm a guy that adapt my style. You see me fight on the back foot. You see me fight on the front foot. You see me sort of box fight. So I just work on everything. I'm still learning. I'm still getting better. I'm still improving. So I just try and just improve everything. You know what I mean? Because I believe with everything right and improve when I'm in shape, then I can beat any one of these guys. So that's all I've been working on, man.
When you visualize this fight within this time, do you stop him?
I'm not a guy that visualize and do all of this kind of stuff, but I know I'm gonna stop him. I'm not a guy that sits there and visualize this and visualize that, because I know a lot of people believe in visualizing and stuff, but visualizing and reality is two different things, man. So I just make things a reality. You know, I don't visualize. Try and make things a reality if I can.
But the reality is, let's say you do beat him, you do stop him. You'll say, no, I will beat him. I will stop him. Where does having that WBC interim heavyweight title in your mind get you back to? Because I'll come on to Fury and Joshua in a minute, but where does it get you back to? What do you want from regaining that status?
I want what I should have got 3 years ago. You know, 3 years ago, maybe even more now. I probably even longer than that. You know, I held a position for a long time. I took a lot of risks. I beat a lot of top 15 and top 10. I beat a lot of top 15 WBC title contender and stuff. So why shouldn't I get a title shot? You know, why shouldn't I get a title shot? You know, other governing bodies took me out the rankings because they're classed me as a world champion for WBC since I've been WBC silver champion. You know what I'm saying? So it's about time, man. It's about time I get a world title fight. You know, that's all I was missing from my career now. You know, I've had the dramas, I've had the ups and downs, I've had the comebacks, I've had the injuries, I've had the bad in and outs of the ring. You know, I mean, you know, I don't need no just a world title, and then the rest is just history, man.
So Tyson Fury's the WBC holder at the moment. Joshua's got the IBF, WBA, and WBO. We are expecting them to fight in June or July. Obviously, there's contracts taking a while to sign. Fury expressed frustration this week that it hadn't been signed. Joshua's hinting cryptically that there's news on the way. You're probably not bothering any of this because you've got your own shit to worry about. But let's say they do fight in July and it's a 2-fight deal. Do you fight Wilder in the middle when you're waiting? Or because he said he wants to fight you, and I'm sure you want to fight him. Would you do that?
The thing is, Wilder is here. When legally he should have given me a chance, he didn't. Now he ain't got nothing. Why should I give him a chance? Obviously, I want to fight the guy. I would like to smash his face in, but
yeah,
you know, we got to think there's other cats out there we can fight who deserve it. You know what I'm saying? There's other people out there, but let's see. Listen, if it makes sense, I don't really care. It's just a principle. It's like you know, you're just, you know, you're just. But let's see. He said he wants to fight me, but there's no news of him fighting anyone or anything at the minute. He may never fight again. He may be one of those guys that one loss might finish him. You know, and he know he lost to Fury the first time as well. So he's probably thinking, you know what, I'm just not good enough. You know. So
do you think he could be one of those characters?
Yeah. Like the guy, he does weird things and says weird things, and like he spends more time making twerking videos than he actually does doing boxing stuff. So the guy is a crazy guy, man. You know, but that's it. Boxers are crazy, innit?
I like Deontay. I like Deontay. He's great to work with, and I think he's such a dangerous puncher. I think you and him, the build-up and the fight would be off the fucking charts. Honestly, if there wasn't a punch-up at the weigh-in, the press conference, or whatever, I'd be very surprised. Do you know what I mean?
But the problem is, we have enough history and enough thing for it to be. For it to go off, you know, it could potentially go off. It have to be secured off and all fenced stuff, and it probably still will go off because he talks a lot of stuff and he says some crazy stuff. And to be honest, if he says some of the stuff he says to me that he says to other guy, then I'm looking to swing straight away. You know, like some stuff he says, it's like I'm not looking to, you know, it's like some stuff. It's some stuff he can say. Oh yeah, I'm going to bang you out, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But when some of the stuff he says, it's like, you know, I will end up doing something to him. So let's see where it happens.
So March the 27th, and we're all really happy to be coming out, and we're all going to COVID test the day before and get on the charter and come over. Can't wait to see you, mate. I hope the legs are looking great, like I normally compliment you. I know when your legs look good, you're in the right shape. You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah, the legs is good, man. The legs is good. The legs is even better. No, they're good.
Good.
Everything's good, man.
Good. What is your roadmap for you win? I know what you're like. You want to stay active. You won't want to wait a year to fight the winner of Fury and Joshua.
Yeah, listen, everyone's saying, "Oh, 2-fight deal, 2-fight." One of them might get knocked out and just said, "You know what?
Yeah.
That's it. I've had enough money. I've fought for all the titles. You know, this is boxing, man. You know, one of them might get, you know, this is boxing. You know, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. You never know. The fight may never happen. The fight might happen. It may never happen.
Yeah.
It's like Leonard Lewis with the bow. You know.
Yeah.
Leonard Lewis, Mike Tyson almost didn't happen. You know, let's see what happens, man.
I'd be very surprised because there's so much money. But do you know what? At the moment, Dillian, having been around this 30 years, I've been around boxing now, I would not... It feels a bit odd that it hasn't been signed already. It's starting to feel a bit odd.
Unagreed. And only Tyson Fury alone is going on about the fight. Why are they not both going on about the fight? It's crazy. The whole time, Fury goes on about the fight. Well, Fury's outspoken. Joshua is not. But still, this is a major fight. This is the fight, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is the... if it's one fight you need to be vocal about and shout and scream about, it's this fight. If you're not shouting and screaming about this fight, then inside your soul must be dead. You know, you must have a dead soul.
People will be accusing me, like they often do, of being a Fury fanboy for saying this, but people are starting to say, no, Fury clearly doesn't want it. I don't think that at all. I think he'd fight anyone. He'd fight you in 3 months' time if it works. And you're the same. I think Anthony is more of a businessman.
No, Fury won't fight anyone. Fury won't fight anyone. I disagree with you because...
Oh, do you? Okay.
Remember, I'll take you back. Remember, Deontay Wilder is a pussy. He should fight Dillian Whyte, blah, blah, blah. When I win the title, when I come back to UK, Dillian Whyte's going to be my next fight. What happened then? Remember, before that, fast forward more months. If the WBC put the diamond title and the diamond belt on the line, I'll fight Dillian Whyte. What did the WBC do? The diamond belt put the diamond belt on the line. Tyson Fury pull out of the fight. So shit.
So you feel that he sidestepped you? You think he sidestepped you? Yeah?
The evidence is there. People will say, "Oh, my bum on this and that, whatever." The evidence is there. Like, he's been ordered to fight me 2 times and he turned the fight down. So
yeah.
You know, like, it is what it is. You make what you want of that. You know, I've never been ordered to fight someone. I know fight them. You know, the WBC say fight this guy. I say, all right, cool, whatever. You know, like. You know, I've even said to the WBA, you know, the situation they have with Manuel Char and Fraser Quendo, and I said to the WBA guy, I met the WBA guy, I said to the team, listen, let me fight Manuel Char, and I said, listen, I'll fight Trevor Bryan next, I'll fight Fraser Quendo next, and I'll fight everyone next to sort out all of your problem. Then you don't have to go to court, nothing. I said, let me fight for the title, and I said, I'll sign a contract with you saying I'll fight these guys back to back, and I said, I'll be the WBA assassin, and they like that. That's what I'm on. I'm on straight smoke. I'm not one of those guys that say, "Oh, I'm winning the title, run off and sit in it for 3 years." That Manuel Char did. I'm like, no, I will assassinate all these guys for you, free of charge.
I'm going to make it a couple more questions. If Fury and Joshua do step into the ring in July, who do you favour winning the contest?
I don't know, man. It's hard to say, really. It's not. A lot of people saying, "Oh, Joshua." A lot of people saying, "Oh, Fury." It's a bit harder to pick than that, man. You know, it's crazy. Only thing that I would say, Fury's been active for a long time now, which might play. But then saying that he's come back and beating Wilder for inactivity, but I think Joshua's better than Wilder. So, you know, obviously, so it might be different. You know, obviously Joshua just fought last December, gone. So I don't know. You know, and obviously, you know, we know that he lived a life better than what Tyson Fury does. So who knows, man? Who knows? You know, who knows? Sometimes talented guys lose fights that they shouldn't lose because of other things. So who knows? But in my opinion, any one of them can nick it. One of them, you know, anyone can nick it. And you can't just say, "Oh, Fury's gonna outbox," or Fury's showing power in fight. And you can't just say Joshua is just gonna get outboxed. He's showing movements in fight, and I think he's definitely grasping the safer side of boxing now. I think he's becoming more like a Klitschko style of defensive style of fighter now. So it could be the real negative fight. It could be a fight that just sparks up, you know. Yeah. So who knows? Who knows where it's gonna go? You know, it could be a fight that just goes round after round because nobody wants to get knocked out. You know, it may just be a fight of skill and will. You know, like because even the fight with Pulev, Joshua didn't particularly went out to blast him away. He was sort of like playing it safe and careful. And let's be honest, Pulev is never been the biggest of punchers. He's not someone you have to worry about banging you out with one punch. And then saying that, and then Fury struggled with Otto Welling as well. So who knows, man? This is boxing. Who knows? You know, who knows?
Who would you prefer to fight for all the belts if you had the chance to fight them?
I will fight any one of them. Anyone. I think they're both just as difficult as each other. You know, and it's a big fight as well. You know, Fury ideally, because that means Fury would be the only one that's won all the belts twice.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's a bit more. If he beat Joshua, then there's a bit more legacy to him than that because
because you can be the man who beat the man. You can beat the man who beat the men. Then at that point, yeah.
And if he wins, remember he won all the belts already, including the WBC is the only one that's missing, and he's won that. So if he won it again, then he is 2-time undisputed, not undisputed, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah. No, it would make, if you beat him, it would make you the lineal champion, wouldn't it?
But then saying that Ali's gonna fight Joshua, man, you know, that was the business. That was the business side of it I was talking before. But personally, Ali's gonna fight Joshua, man. Ali's gonna fight Joshua. Ali's gonna fight Joshua. You know,
you'd fight him every week. He'd go up to North London, fight him, then he could come down to South London, and he'd fight you.
Hey man,
the fire's there. The fire is there, yeah.
But I just want to fight the best guys, man. You know, I don't want to just fight the best guys. You know, I don't want to waste time.
Yeah.
I just want to fight the best guys, man.
Final question. You're away in Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
What do you miss when you're away? Because you spent long periods away. What do you miss the most?
I miss my kids and my loved ones, man, and my friends and stuff. You know what I mean? You know, I got my dogs here with me, which is good. That's made it like a lot easier, to be honest. Because my dogs has always been with me. You know what I mean?
Is the dog there now? Is the dog there now?
They're outside. They're outside.
Okay. I'd love to see them. Do they come in?
Yeah, I can let them in. I can let them in.
And will they jump all over you if they come in?
No, they're just gonna start getting in the way, man.
Okay,
they're
fine.
Big dogs. They're like,
I know.
They're like 70 kilos, 60.
Yeah.
They're big dogs, man. And they start getting in the way, and then it's like, please. So I just fed them anyway. So I gotta be careful because one of them likes eating too much. You take the other one's food and.
I got you. I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah. If one of them moves from the bowl, there's one that it will eat all free food in seconds. Yeah.
So it's a proper warrior camp, even down to the animals, yeah?
Yeah, it is. It's dog world, baby. Yeah.
Listen, Dill, it's lovely to see you as always, mate. Yeah. I know I'm catching up with you on the radio tomorrow night as well. It's an absolute thrill to see you.
It's a pleasure, mate. It's always a pleasure. You just look after yourself and stay healthy, mate. Anything you need, you have my number. So just give me a shout whenever, mate.
Nice one, Dill. Great to see you. Thanks very much. Stay well, buddy.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers, bud.